Good afternoon to all. Are you able to hear my voice? You are able to hear my voice? ಇದೇನು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಲ್ಲ ಕಿರಣ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂದ್ಲವ್ರು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೂಜಾನೆ ಕರಿಬೇಕಾ?
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮ್
ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಾ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಫೋಟೋ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕ್ಲಾಸು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ.
Good afternoon to all. Is my voice is audible? You Good afternoon to all. Yesterday we had discussion about human resource management, and we had discussed about how the concept has been evolved in the market, in the organization, what was its background and all. Class ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, record ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Fine. So yesterday we had discussed about the human resource management, how the concept has been evolved, and typical meaning of human resource management also we understood. Few definition also we have discussed, and later on I have explained about objectives of human resource management. There are so many objectives which has been explained in the context of the few things, that is societal, organizational, and functional and personal and all we have discussed, like how human resource management is benefited, and what objectives it generally it keeps towards society and organization, functional as well as the personal. So all this four domain will get benefits out of the human resource management practice in an organization. And later on, we have discussed about the scope of the human resource management. There are few scopes which we have discussed yesterday. That is the number one scope we will get from the human resource management having in an organization is human resource planning. So you can plan human resource, how many human people required for the purpose of execution of particular task, that can be done with the help of human resource management. Okay, so human resource planning will be possible when we are having the human resource management. And moving to the second scope, I have explained design of the organization and job. Job can be designed, the description, specification of job, and organization, how it has to be structured. Yesterday we have discussed in depth. And moving to the third one, selection and staffing. So how selection and staffing will take place, that we have discussed. Then next is the training and development. So what will be the training and development pattern in an organization adopted, that I have discussed yesterday. And organizational development, what kind of development organization must adopt, that has been discussed yesterday. And compensation and benefits, like what kind of compensation employee will get, and benefits what kind it will get, that and all we have discussed. And moving to the next, employee assistance, what kind of assistance will be provided to the employee, that is discussed. And labor relations, so any laws, rules, regulations with respect to the labor, that we have discussed yesterday. And lastly, personal research and information system, also we have discussed what kind of information is required for the smooth and successful flow of work towards achieving the organizational success or the organizational effectiveness, that has been discussed yesterday. Okay, now I am moving to the today's points. What I'm going to discuss now is the elements and emergence of human resource management. So there are few elements which have been used in human resource management. Let us see one by one what is it. See, in order to have effective human resource management, generally it requires few elements. Okay, so those elements, which are those elements, let us see. The first one is the corporate culture we required, health and safety management we required. So, and the employee recruitment and retention is required, and the emergence of human resource management is required. So these are all the four elements which we will be discussing under the heading of human resource management. So let us see the first one, organizational culture. So what do you mean by organization culture? It's a combination of values and work rules, corporate visions, traditions, and beliefs and beliefs traditions and beliefs that the company has adopted. Okay, so the company will be having certain set of the values, work rules, corporate visions, traditions, beliefs, and all will be there. That is nothing but called as a corporate culture. Okay, so establishing company policy, while establishing the policies and procedures and standards allow employees to standard and learn acceptable behavior at work. Okay, so this is mainly playing the role with connection to the establishing company policies, procedures, and standards, which allow employees to understand and learn acceptable behavior at the work. So this is about that. For example, policy may stipulate that punctuality is important within the organization. See, organization is largely connected with the organization's policy. Okay, so policy, suppose if we take as an example, stipulate punctuality, one example which we can rightly set, we can rightly cite with respect to the organization. There the policy may be flexible or it may be rigid one. Okay, flexible in the sense the management keep the policy to some extent flexible, like in order to encourage employees, then freedom of management to their own schedule will be there, so flexible hours will be there. So culture is highly connected with the policy. So when making the policy, the management can be having the flexible policy, or else the policy with respect to the flexible for forming pattern they can maintain. So example, if we cite employees who are working in an organization, they work flexibly. Okay, some organization will allow them to work flexibly, only target they will be setting. For example, if you take present corporate world and all, what they are doing, they are setting the policies. Okay, so sitting at home, work from home and all, we are very recently heard during corona covid-19 and all, because of that people have started working at home itself. So the flexibility has been made in the policy. Or see, some typical organization or traditional organization, what they command or they demand is you have to come to the office and you have to work. Okay, irrespective of situation, irrespective of conditions. But some MNC and all, what they did actually, they have allowed flexibly. Okay, only setting target is their duty. Okay, within so and so days, within so and so time will be given, so and so quantity of work should be completed within the targeted time. So as per that, the employee will be completing the work. So that flexibility will be there. This is one example which I have cited for the flexible policy. Okay, so corporate culture will be having influence on so many criteria. To just cite an example, policy relating to the timings. Okay, relating to the time, how the employees, whether they have to come regularly to the office or else they can execute the work at home itself. Because if you take what we call like big cities and all, for example Mumbai, Bangalore and all, due to traffic they will be unable to reach the workplace. Okay, in that case what will happen, MNCs or corporate sector will allow employee to work from the home, because they need only the quantity of work should be completed within so and so work, rather than coming to the office and attending the work. So that flexibility with respect to the policy, they will make an adjustment. This is all depending on the culture, what type of culture you are having in an organization. So this is about the organization structure. This is the first element or the component which we will be discussing under the human resource management. Okay, so organization culture. After that, moving changing planning. Okay, so sometimes in organization what will happen, changes will take place. Okay, sometimes external changes and internal changes will happen. External changes, there may be changes in market, there may be changes in customer attitudes, there may be changes in government policy, there may be changes in international market, there may be changes in what we call competitors pattern or the strategy. So due to that, our natural calamities may take place. So in that situation, organization should be ready to adopt the change, whatever it arises. So HR team must help to stabilize the company for a change. Okay, so as I have cited few example for the changes, when organization undergo this changes, and when they have to get adjust with this, like political changes, policy changes, and international market changes, and mindset changes of the competitors, strategy changes of competitors and all. During that time, organization must be open to get change. Otherwise, retaining their business in the market, it will be very difficult, right? So because of that, HR management must help so in stabilizing the company for a change. Okay, in any kind of changes, if it is going to be take place, means before itself, HR should forecast and train the people and train the situation and who are involved in this process. It has to make fit them to face the changing situation. So that we will be discussing under the changing planning. So this is second element which we will be discussing under the human resource management. Moving to the third one, training and development. Here actually highly skill is required, right? See, every organization will be having employees. Okay, what will happen, they will be having people who are not having skills itself. But this is a competitive world and very turbulent. Lot of changes keeps on it is taking, because everything whatever we talk, everything we will be talking in the sense of globalization, right? Whether you take IT related things or any normal things, if you take everything, we are talking in the context of the globalization, right? So for that sake, highly skilled employees are required. Okay, so only the element of training and development is most important. So with respect to that, what management has to do, that it has to draw certain policies and procedures. Okay, and that policy and procedure must be communicated firmly to all employees. Okay, as a part of their integration process. Okay, so only what will happen, they will be they will be getting the knowledge with respect to the technology updated things or any changes in any procedure or pattern of working and all, they will get updated. Okay, so for that sake, the third element, training and development, is most important, because nowadays all the organizations survival is largely depending on the highly skills of the employees. So that in that direction, human resource management should have very strong policy and procedures, and that has to be communicated firmly to all the employees for the purpose of integration process. Okay, and training should always makes it possible to update the skills. Okay, as I have already told that the training and development is why it is required by an organization. Time to time it is required, because every time technology is changing, every time strategy is changing, every time methodology is changing, every time pattern of working is changing. Okay, so the competitors are grabbing and working to the greater extent. So in order to compete with them, we need to update ourselves every time, right? So for that purpose, we will be having the third element, which will be called as a training and development, for the purpose of having the updated versions of technologies and updated versions of knowledge, creativity, innovations, and all, because we have to face the international market for the like to have sustainability in the business, right? So moving to the fourth element in the human resource management, that is health and safety. See, only the organization or human resource management should not concentrate on taking work how from an employees. It should also concentrate, human resource management should also concentrate on the health and safety of the employees. In an organization, human resource management knows about the machineries which have been kept, technology which has been adopted, okay, and heavy machineries, dangerous technologies, and all will be there. So they should enlighten the employees like how to operate it, how to manage those technologies and all. And also they have to educate them the danger, what are the danger causes while operating. If they don't take cautions, or if they don't operate precautionary, what danger will occur and all, they have to educate them. Okay, so the safety measures should be taken highly by the human resource management, hence it has been used as a health and safety, and fourth element used as a fourth element under the human resource management, which has to be take care with respect to that. And at the same time, in case of emergency, accident, and all, the human resource management completely should take care about it. Once human resource management able to take care of all these parameters, obviously it can avoid subsequent legal actions against the company. So company will be in the safety margin. Okay, so next, moving to the employee recruitment and retentions. Okay, see, this is actually the next element which we will be using in the human resource management. So employee recruitment one end is most important, at the same time retaining employees is also most important. For example, rightly cite here is, if you take MNCs, private companies and all, Tata, if you take, their retention capacity is very high. Generally they will not remove employees from an organization. Generally what will happen, if you take many, or you can say that 95% of the organization, what they will do, when they are making profit, they will keep employees. Then they come across losses, what they will be doing, they will be laying off the employees, they will be removing the extra employees and all, depending on their projects requirements and money availability in the organization, they will be keeping that proportion of employees in an organization, and extra will be removed. But in case of few organization, they will be having sort of ethicality, so ethical aspects they will keep in the mind, and at any cost they will not be removing the employees. Okay, even in case of that they are not having project also, they will keep employees, because they will be having chains of business. Nowadays that is different story, all business are having chains of business. Okay, so different kind of business will be having by the organization. So one organization will not be in one line of business. So suppose if you take Reliance, they will be in different kind of business. They will be in gold business, wood business, real estate business, then telecom business, so many business, insurance business, and so many business, Adani, Ambani, and all. If you take even Tata, even Infosys also, if you take, they are in chains of business. Okay, so in that way they will be adjusting the additional employees wherever they are losing the projects, where they are finding extra human resource, that will be rightly placed in the other projects, so that they will be maintaining the what we call that ethic of holding or retaining the employees. See how recruitment is important, in the similar pattern or the same pattern, retaining employee is also most important. Okay, so next is the emergence of HRM. So next, what we will see, as I have yesterday explained, that due to all these factors, all like whatever I have been explained since from yesterday about the topic, uh, a lot of pressure has been created on the MNC during 1970s because, as I have told so many things, see, the human resource management is required in an organization because there are so many problems: recruitment, selection, safety, health issues, and all should be take care. Okay, and retaining employees process should take care. So due to this, you will be finding the concept of human resource management. So in order to manage everything, all this, like giving benefits, perks, maintaining them, giving them training, giving them development things and all, you need a exclusive wing. Okay, so the lot of pressure created on the organization during 1970s itself because of these reasons. Exclusive wing is required for the purpose of maintaining the human resource, they felt, in 1970 itself. So because of that, the emergence of human resource management has taken place because policy matters is there, procedure matter is there, technology handling is there, and strategic planning matter is there, and anticipating future aspects, that is also there, and environmental conditions and all are there. So many criteria it is like associated. Because of that reason, there actually during 1970 itself, they felt that the human resource management exclusively required for the purpose of maintaining all this. As a result, we found the human resource management today what we are studying because of that emergency. Okay, so next, moving to the next heading, that overall to say that human resource management encompasses all activities. As I have already told, that whichever the department you go into organization, manufacturing, production, marketing, sales, finance, whichever department you come across, what will happen? There will be a human resource, right? So hence it has been called as an encompasses all activities. Okay, so effective, it has to ensure the effective use of employees also. Otherwise, what will happen? Achieving the goal will be three types: collective goal, individual goal, organizational goal. Everything should get fulfilled, right? So in that direction, human resource management work very effective. Okay, since it encompasses all activities, means all functional areas, whatever it will work in an organization, everywhere human resource will be there. With respect to the human resource, the regulating or monitoring or motivating aspects will be taken care by the exclusively by the human resource management, in order to ensure that effective utilization of human resource. In order to, why we want to have effective utilization of human resource? Because we want to achieve the individual, collective, and organizational goals. So as an individual, I have goal. Yesterday I have explained about it. As a group, collective demand will be there, and as an organization, it will also will be having the goal of making profit. As individual, goal of getting into good what we call higher level promotion, more perks, more salary increase and all. I will guess as a group will also expect identifications, group involvement in the higher decisions and all. Like every stage there will be the expectations. So all put together will be fulfilled by the human resource management in an organization. So that is the importance of human resource management in an organization. So next I will be moving to the comparison of human resource management with personal management. Okay, so you have to compare what is personal management and what is human resource management and all. Okay, so yesterday I was telling that the before 1970s we were having only personal management, where we will be discussing about only personal management as a factor of production. Okay, among the four factors, you personal, the human resources, one of the factor of protections. So later on 1970s, the emergence of the or else the importance of human resource management, we have realized. As a result, it has came into the existence, and every organization after 1970 onwards are having a particular wing or separate wing called it human resource management. Okay, so they will be looking, as I have explained already. So now let us see what is the basic differences between the personal management and human resource management. Okay, so first one, in meaning wise, personal management actually concerned with the workforce. Okay, it is concerned with the workforce. Okay, then their relationship with the entity is known as personal management. Okay, so workforce and their relation with the organization is called as a personal management. Okay, that is the basic meaning of personal management. Let us moving to the human resource management. What is the meaning of it? Okay, so this is actually branch of the management. Okay, human resource management is a branch of the management and most effective use of the manpower of an entity to achieve the organizational goal is known as human resource management. See, human resource management will act as a middleman between the organization and employees of all wings, employees of all sections, employees of all functional areas. Okay, so human resource management will understand demand, requirements, wants, desires of all functional areas of an organization, and that will be communicated to the organization. Means like there will be the stakeholders, right? Owner will be there, employees will be there, so in between the management will work. In that, the human resource management is the like it will be working in the large quantity or in the big scale. Okay, so they will be communicating the all the employees demands, desires and all. So what it will do, it will be acting as a middleman. Okay, so it will be giving required training to the employees and make them to work towards the objectives of the organization, so that fulfilling the requirements of the organization as well as even individual and group also. So it is actually, that is why it has been called as a branch of the management. Okay, so management is what actually getting things done by the people, right? At large view we will be talking like that, but here human resource means it's the terminology is used in a very broad and large sense, that it's a branch of management. Okay, it is just branch of management, and it will be focusing most effective use of using the manpower in a very effective way. Okay, so when you are able to use manpower in a very effective way, as a result production will go up. So as a result, you know very well that profitability will be the more for the organization, even individually also will get benefit. This is the fundamental meaning of human resource management and as well as the personal management, you understood. So now let us understand the second perspective. From the second perspective, what is the difference between these two terminology? So approach. In case of approach, personal management, what it will do, it is only traditional approach. Okay, so that is why I have told that before 1970s and all, whatever the type of personal management we were having, that was only traditional way. Okay, like commanding and getting things and all, normal relationship between the hierarchy. But here human resource management, it is the modern one. Okay, so you have to cooperate with them, you have to understand the people. That is why in our previous explanation I have explained about the safety health measures, motivating them and all, about the target and all we have discussed, right? So only it has been called as a modern approach, is very much modern in case of human resource management. Moving to the third point, treatment of manpower. Okay, so how it will take place in case of the personal management, that is machines of the tools. Since from yesterday I'm telling you, it was only factor of production. Okay, before 1970s it was only factors of production, like how other factors, men, material, machine, money. So equivalent to those three, even men is included in it, was included during 1970s and before 1970s and all. Okay, later on, as I told you people, that later on it has been considered as an asset. Okay, so now exclusively human resource has been considered as an asset. Now people are even showing Infosys and all, if you take as an example, they will be showing even in their balance sheet. Okay, like human resource, because see here now it has been considered as an asset, right? So they are deriving the proxy value for the human resource, because it's a actually it's not a tangible one. See, if you earn profit, it is a tangible one, you can show in the balance sheet. But here some proxy measures and all they are using, and they are showing the human resource as an asset in their balance sheet too. Okay, then moving to the next is the type of the functions. Now let us see personal management, how it functions. Okay, it's a routine functions, nothing extra or nothing special. Okay, it's a routine, every day coming and doing and going, that's all. But coming to the human resource management, It's strategic functions. Okay, so now in the second unit you will be studying human resource from the perspective or from the angle of the strategic management. Okay, so that is why here you will be call it routine function in case of personal management, whereas moving to the human resource management it will be called as a strategic function. Okay, now later on we will see what is the meaning of strategy. Okay, in depth we will be understanding in the second units. Right now you will understand only from the difference point of view between the personal management and human resource management. So personal management will be treated as a routine function, and whereas HRM, human resource management, will be thinking in the angle of the strategic functions. Okay, next moving to the basis of pay, how you will be paying employees. In case of personal management, it is on the basis of job evaluation. Okay, whereas when you come to the personal human resource management, it will be on the basis of the performance evaluation. Okay, so see the difference. There was a job evaluation in personal management. Now performance evaluation is there. Okay, so whatever you perform, whatever you contribute as an individual, that will be evaluated. Okay, for the purpose of making a payment. See, suppose if I want to get into some MNC, what they will be doing, they'll be seeing my data, how I'm working in my present company, what is my performance and all, what is my contribution to the target of the organization and all. They'll be seeing in my biodata, in which project I am there, I'm working as a what and all. They'll be checking, and based on that they will be evaluating and they will be fixing the pay. So that is the main difference between the personal management and human resource management. So here job evaluation only will be there for the sake of paying, and in human resource management, performance evaluation. So moving to the next difference, management role. What is the role of management played in an organization with respect to the personal management? There it is only transactional. Okay, very clear, it is only transactional level, the management which the role is playing. Whereas if you come to the human resource management, transformational level. Okay, so a lot of changes, innovation, creativity and all will be there. So their performance will be to the angle of transformation level. Lot of changes they will be doing it. Okay, next moving to the next differences is communication. So actually in personal management, what was happening, indirect communication used to take place, whereas in HRM only direct communication. Okay, we have even discussed about the communication criteria aspects and all, right? So here what will happen in personal management, because it's very beginning it says that it is a traditional. Okay, in traditional what will happen, the superior will not meet subordinate and he will not tell what I have to do. Suppose I'm a subordinate, my superior will not meet me and he will not tell to me that what I have to do exactly. Okay, direct communication will not take place at all. If you come to the HRM, human resource management, their direct communication. Okay, so directly they will meet. Suppose if I am in one MNC, directly the manager will meet and he will tell, this is what your task, this is what your duty, this is what the function you have to execute. They will directly tell to me and they will directly ask me to do it. Okay, so the direct communication will take place in case of human resource management. Moving to the next difference, labor management. Here what will happen in personal management, collective bargaining contracts. Okay, so there will be the collective bargaining, put together so many people, what they will do, they will be collectively doing things. Whereas in case of HRM, what will happen, it's not the collective one, individual contracts. Okay, so individual will meet and individual will have transactions with the HR manager or management. So individual concentration or individual dealing will happen in case of the human resource management. And moving to the next difference, initiatives. So here there was in principles of management piecemeal, with respect to the piecemeal and all, you have worked out problems in your degree level. So piecemeal aspects was there. Whereas in HRM it is integrated, means everything put together jointly, collectively, integrated initiatives are there. Okay, so that is only like if you connect one to one, since personal management was traditional, peace pin, like you will be doing something, I will be doing something, and one other person will be doing something, like that. Initiatives, how much initiative if you want you can take, how much I want I can take, other person how much he want he can take. But here in what we call in human resource management, it is not like that. It is everything put together, integrated one, collectively they will be doing things. Okay, no one can escape here, because communication is happening directly, everything is happening directly, and you are getting your pay based on your performance and all. So everything straight away linked. Since it got straight away linked, you can't escape from that, right? So integration will be there, lot of syncing will be there. Everybody will put together work and contribute towards objectives, because they want to get their good pay, perks, benefits and all. As a result, you will find lot of integration with respect to the human resource management. Moving to the next management actions, there in case of personal management, what will happen? Procedure is there. Okay, there will be a procedure. Whereas in case of HRM, business needs, okay. See, in HRM, as I have already discussed with you people, as I have already explained, it's a turbulent market. Lot of competition is there. So many players are there outside. It's a global market, okay. So as a result, what will happen? Business demands, okay. So we have to fulfill the needs of the business, okay. Today, whatever the market is demanding, if I am not able to fulfill the demands of the market, obviously I have to close down my business, right? So I have to watch my competitors, what facilities, what products, at what cost, what is their strategy, marketing strategy, and getting their employees, making them work and all, relating to all those things, the strategy of competitors I need to understand, okay. Otherwise I will be out of the business. Understood. So this is the business need based work. Okay, management action is based on the business need. Today, what is requirement? What is the customer's expectations, wants, desires, demands, and all are there. No, so based on that, the management has to take an actions. Here, only procedure in case of the personal management. There will be the step process or the following stages, whatever it may be. So accordingly, they will be moving on. That was the case before the 1970s in case of the personal management. And moving to the next one, decision making. Decision making in case of personal management was very slow. Okay, that is the reason the emergence of human resource management has taken place, because market is turbulent, global market, lot of force, lot of pressure is there on the business class people, right? So because of those things, in HRM, what will happen? Everything will take in a fast manner. Here, everything's slow in personal management. Okay, moving to the next one, job design. How the job design will take place? We will see in personal management, that is division of the labor. Okay, so as I told that division will be there in the labors. But whereas in human resource management, it's only groups, teams. In case of integration and piecemeal and all, we have discussed, right? So same explanation here also. Division will take place in case of the personal management. Whereas if you enter into the human resource management, there you will be finding the groups or the teams. Okay, next, moving to the last one, how it will be like focus, how it will vary from personal management and human resource management. So focus is primarily on the mandatory activities like employee hiring, remunerating, training, and harmony. Okay, so primarily they will be focusing on certain activities like employee hiring, remunerating, and training, and harmony, and all they will be focusing. Whereas in case of human resource management, if you come across there, treat the manpower of the organization as a valued assets. Okay, as I have told that here also we had discussion in human resource management, human have been treated as a asset, and few organization nowadays it's showing the human resource as an asset even in their balance sheet by using the proxy values. Okay, so treat the manpower of the organization as a valued assets, to be valued, used, and the preserved. So nothing but how to use the human resource to the maximum extent and how to retain them. That is most important. That criteria has been taken care by the human resource management. This is the basic differences between on so many criteria. So the difference I have explained to you. So next, moving to the perspectives of human resource management. So what are the perspectives of the human resource management? We will see. So there are actually few perspectives are there, very popular, most popular perspectives. One perspective of human resource management is normative perspective of human resource management. Okay, normative perspectives of human resource management, let us understand what is it. This actually, it is an approach which will be dealing with human resource management. Okay, from the two basic perspectives, one is the hard HRM, another one is the soft HRM. Hope you understood normative perspectives of human resource management. So normative perspectives of human resource management, actually it is an approach. Okay, approach deals with the human resource management from the basic two perspectives. Okay, so basic two perspectives, what are those two perspectives? Hard HRM and soft HRM. Now let us see hard HRM means what and soft HRM means what. Hard HRM embraces all those elements, that is employment relations, laying emphasis on the employees' compliances, then the quantitative output managers task and development of the organization. So these are the criteria which we will be discussing under the hard HRM. So what hard HRM embraces? It embraces certain elements. Okay, what are those elements? Like in employment relations, laying certain emphasis on mainly employee compliances. Okay, one, and quantitative output is most important, then the managers and the task and the development. So these are all have been called as a put together, called as a hard HRM. Okay, hard HRM you understood from the perspective of two directions. That is, one is hard, another one is the soft. Hard means you will be talking about the employee compliances, quantitative output managers, and as well as the task and development of the organization. So moving to the soft HRM, actually it will be tend to the favor of flexibility, negotiation, performance, quality, recognition of environments, and rights in employment relations, about the soft HRM. So hope you understood. Hard means it is more talking about the compliances, quantitative output, managers, task development. Okay, it's all high level thing. And coming to the soft, here employee favor flexibility. Suppose if you want to take best work from your employees, what you have to do? You should do favor to your employees. You should be flexible. Okay, like in our previous explanation, I have explained like working hour flexibility or other flexibility. Suppose if employee is not feeling well, means the head should allow him to go home. Only the thing is that target assigning and getting target is most important. Okay, so how long employee is sitting in the office or employee where he is sitting is unwanted. Okay, only thing, assigned target, assigned job must be completed within the stipulated time or given time to the employees. This is one thing which you should remember. Okay, so soft will be dealing with the employee flexibility, favorism, and negotiation. Sometimes what will be employee doing, if they want more salary or if they want any changes in their facilities provided, if they have any demand, they will come and tell. Okay, so that negotiation must be accepted. So you will be discussing under the soft HRM. Okay, and performance related things and the quality related things. So quantity we will be discussing in hard HRM, and quality we will be discussing here in the soft HRM. Okay, so negotiate recognition of environment we have to, as I have told already, you have to you have to see things, right, like negotiation and all, and lot of importance you must be given to the environment, because after all business is operating in the environment, right? We are using environment for operating the business, right? So you will be come across the word called industrial area and all, so lot of pollution will take place if you place the lot of industry in particular locality, what will happen? The pollution will get affect, right? Water, air, and all will get affect, and people health who are staying surrounding will also get affect, and the land also will get affect. So a lot of pollution damage will take place. Okay, so for that sake, soft HRM will also deal with the taking care of environment. Okay, and rights in employment relations. Okay, so employment relation is also most important whenever we are talking about human resource management. Forget about personal management. There you will not come across the rights and all, but here typically we will be finding the rights and all. Okay, so everything has taken place in a very strict manner. Okay, so rights in employment relations, then it is more strategic and long term. Okay, so soft HRM is strategic and long term. As I have told that strategic, the typical meaning of strategic concept will be explained in the second unit, because it has got the link. Okay, human resource management and strategy. Okay, so only strategic human resource management. Now we are no more talking about human resource management, we are talking about strategic human resource management. Okay, so everything we want in terms of strategy, so that we will be deeply discussing in the second unit. So you will understand what is the meaning of strategy. So understanding human resource is what, and understanding strategic human resource management and all will vary. The difference you will understand in the second units. So moving to the second perspective of human resource management, that is critical perspective of human resource management. Okay, critical perspective of human resource management. Okay, so try to understand the fundamental meaning of the concept, that is the critical perspectives of human resource management is an outcome of normative perspectives. Okay, so the first one is normative perspectives and second one is the critical perspectives. So critical perspective is the outcome of the normative perspectives. Okay, so here let us see that, and moreover I have mentioned that normative perspective is the strategic and long term one. Okay, so there will be a long term, short term goal and all will be there, whereas when we are talking about normative perspectives with respect to that soft HRM and all we have discussed, hard HRM and all we have discussed, overall the normative perspective is a strategic as well as the long term. So outcome of that first perspective is nothing but critical perspective. Okay, so of the human resource management. So, outcome of the normative perspective is a critical perspective. Let us see what is that. Okay, it proposes that the organization maintain their soft HRM. Okay, approach only. So, it is actually proposes that the organization must maintain the soft HRM approach only. Okay, to show in their policies. Okay, policy will be prepared by the human resource management. There, the soft HRM must be soft HRM approach must be maintained, and it has to be shown in the policy also. Okay, in the reality, they practice the hard HRM to the extent of the management control, because we know the both the end hard will be dealing with respect to the quantity, right, and soft will be dealing with the quality. Both are important, because you simply connect with the profit. How you will get the profit? You'll be getting with the lot of quantity. Quality is also important and quantity is also important. See, if you say that I will be maintaining quantity and my production will be less, if you say, what will happen? Your business will come across the loss. Okay, so production, the what we call that fastness in producing goods and services is most important, because everything is getting outdated within short span of time in the market. Okay, so within that we have to manufacture everything, and whenever there is a demand we have to sell it. Okay, we have to manufacture more and we have to sell it in order to make a profit. So everything is interconnected, so quantity is also important and quality is also important. So only actually the critical perspectives under the human resource management, it proposes both. Okay, so soft HRM actually to show in the policy, but in the reality the practice a hard HRM only extend the management control. Okay, so next, soft HRM rhetoric to obscure, hard reality characterized by increased management control and diminished job security for the employees. Okay, so this is the critical perspectives. It means critically we will be analyzing both hard and the soft, and critically we are seeing like lot of changes in the organization will be taking place based on the market change, like the adoptions of soft is most important, will be showing that in the policy, whereas generally they will be having the hard HRM only. Okay, for but whereas some problem will arises. What are those means? Obscure hard reality characterized by increased management control and diminishing job security. So we know that in modern days job securities are very less until unless we contribute to the great extent towards the objectives. Okay, so this is all critical analysis with respect to the critical perspectives in case of the human resource management. Okay, so this is the second perspective. Moving to the third, behavioral perspectives of human resource management. Okay, so behavioral perspectives, what is that we will see? Generally here what will happen, human resource management believes that it is the vital for an organization to control the behavior of an employees to bring the desired results from them. Okay, so here see, human resource duty is what actually it has to motivate, it has to give training, it has to make employees to work towards the objectives of the organization, right? So that should be, it is a very difficult task and very vital activities, okay, in an organization, because ultimately the organization has to reach the target of making profit, and after that it has to focus on identifying the desired behavior. Okay, so here totally what will happen, human behavior, the HRM has to watch it. Okay, so it has to watch it and it has to monitor, it has to stabilize the behavior of the human resource in an organization. So what exactly to say is, there will be objectives for an organization or the goal for an organization. Okay, so that towards that goal human resource must be monitored. Okay, towards that goal, see, as an organization it will be having its goal, it will be having its purpose, right? So as an individual, what I have to do, I have to contribute towards the goal. Okay, see, directly or I myself motivatingly I will not do it. Okay, what the HRM will do, it will take initiatives. Okay, it will observe my behavior, it will motivate me. Okay, it will give lot of training, it will impart skills in me. Okay, I skill which is required for taking a certain task and all, every care will be taken by the high level management. Okay, our human resource management. So as a result, individual will work very effectively. So this will be take care. So for that purpose, human resource management must watch or must observe the behavior of the human resource. Okay, so one end, another end, it has to look into the opportunities. Okay, what is available opportunities are there. So our available opportunities are nothing but what is there in the market. Okay, what is the scope? Suppose I'm running one company, means what is scope for me to produce goods and services? Suppose in in market, international market or national market. Now, for one particular product, there is lot of demand is there. Okay, so what I have to do is immediately I have to grab that opportunity. Okay, grabbing the opportunity is not sufficient. Parallelly, I have to look into my employees, like whether they are able to work on it or not. So more understanding their behavior, motivating them, giving training, every care must be taken care by the human resource management. Okay, so desired skills should be enhanced or given to an employees for the purpose of working towards the what we call strong achieving the strong target, whatever it has been set by an organization. So that is about that. Here also there will be a policies and practices. Okay, so because majority of the times what will happen, employees will not listen. Okay, so if the policy and practices are there, then what will happen? Bringing desired employees behavior and increase its effectiveness will be very easy. Okay, see, this is the policy of the company, this is the policy of the office. You have to come at 9 o'clock and stay up to 5 o'clock. If they tell, I have to listen it. Policy of an organization, okay, or else I have to quit it. Sometimes what organization will do, HR manager will do, they will be framing the policy and practices and asking employees to work accordingly, because they want to reach the target. They want to encash the opportunities which are available in the market. So that we will be discussing under the behavioral perspectives of human resource management. Moving to the next one, next perspectives of the human resource management, that is the fourth one, that is strategic perspective of human resource management. What do you mean by strategic perspectives? Strategic perspectives of human resource management actually believes that human resources are valuable in improving the organizational efficiency and effectiveness. So organizational efficiency and effectiveness means what? Profit, sustainability, maintaining ethics, and giving good returns to the all the stakeholders, having good market value for the shares of the companies, all comes under organizational efficiency and effectiveness. So this can be possible only with the help of human resource. How it is possible? We are having human resource and we are keeping so many targets. Okay, target in terms of organizational effectiveness and efficiency. In terms of what? Profit, sustainability, maintaining ethics, giving good returns to the stakeholders, all stakeholders, and business expansions. So these are all actually parameters which we are expecting under the organizational effectiveness. Okay, organizational success. So success is largely depending on human resource. Okay, so what HRM has to do? HRM must know handling human resource in a strategic way. So only you can achieve the target, or else it is not possible. So in that directions, what human resource management will do, we'll see. Okay, so actually a strategic framework, why we will be preparing means support the long term business. Whenever we are talking about the strategy, it is meant for long term only. Okay, so long term business goals and objectives, and generally what will happen, it is focusing on the longer term people issues and macro concerns about the structure. Okay, so longer term people issues, macro concerns, everything we will be talking in sense of broad only. Macro concerns, structure, people issues, and all we'll be talking in terms of the longer term. So moving to next understanding line is, it will be giving lot of values to the structure, quality, culture, values, commitment, and matching resource to the future needs. Okay, so these are all the things which has to be taken care under the strategic perspectives. Okay, and it involves lot of development of consistent practices, programs, policy to facilitate achievement of the strategic objectives. So strategic objectives are always for a longer period. Okay, so longer period you will be taking care of people issues, macro concerns, structure, quality, culture, values, commitment, matching resource to the future needs. Okay, because any organization we will be talking in terms of the sustainable for a long time, right? So running for very long time. So that is the reason we want to have this strategic perspectives. There we will be talking about many things, like which will be laying down the foundation. Okay, how the foundation is very much important for building. Similar sense for the organization, the foundation aspects are there. What are those foundational aspects? Structure, quality, culture, values, commitment, those things are the foundational aspects that should be taken care by the strategic perspectives. Okay, strategic angle it must be handled, so that it will be very easy for you to have organization in a very sustainable way. So these are all the four perspectives which we have discussed under the human resource management. Okay, now let me move on to the next heading, human resource management models. Okay, few models we have adopted here in the studies. Four famous model we have taken up from the different top universities and top researchers who have developed their models in connection to the human resource management. One by one, we will discuss later on. So before that, let us understand why we need the model. Okay, we need the model. Okay, model, why we need the reason is that it will be giving certain features and it will be providing the framework. Okay, analysis of the management system. So why we want to have the model? Because we want to get the framework. Okay, analysis of the management system. In order to analyze the management system and in order to get the framework, we want to have a model. Okay, so that is the basic understanding behind the models. Why different scholars, why different researchers of the different top universities of the world, they have developed. Among the many, I have picked up only four of very famous models of different top universities. Okay, so now let us see. Like here, they will be using so many variables in order to establish the connectivity between the things and establish the relationship and effectiveness and significance of the HR practices. Okay, HR practice is most important. So its significance, its effectiveness, and relationship and all to say to give detailed about it. They have used few variables to develop the model. Okay, why we need model? Because it will be giving us the framework. Okay, framework, and it will giving the idea how to analyze the human resource management system. Okay, so now let us see what are those four models. The one is the Fombrun model, and second one is a Howard model, and third one is the Guest model and the Warwick model. Okay, all the models associated with the model has been developed by using so many variables, and how they have considered the variables and what is the impact of using that particular model and how they are connected and what was the ignorant part of particular model and all will be discussed in the next class, so that in deep we will be understanding how the model will be developing. Okay, so this is very much important and most important, like how the model is prepared, why the model is prepared, components what are used to develop the model, and what benefit we will get by adopting that particular model in an organization. Any organization, if you go, any MNC, if you visit, everywhere there will be a model. If you go to Infosys HR related one model, they will be adopted. Okay, so if you go to Wipro, they have adopted some HR model. Okay, if you go to some other university, some other institution, they will adopt some HR model. Okay, so depending on their understanding and their estimation of benefit taking out of adapting model, they will be adapting as per their capacity, as per their intellectual people who are sitting over there. They will select and they will be adapting that and they will be practicing the HR as per that. Okay, so that is about that. In my next class, deeply I'll be explaining about all the four models and benefit of it and features of it and variables used in it and how the organization will use it. Okay, so with this I will be concluding. Thank you.